Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Drunken Phoenix. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So today is another day where we're going to go over, these people complaining about the cost of living in this country. We are about to go into a new year under a new presidency, and I think there's a lot to be curious about, to be thoughtful about, to be skeptical about, and a lot of people with the new presidency, a lot of people are hoping that Donald Trump can, kind of help alleviate the inflation that we've been experiencing, as well as just make America great again, whatever that means. So my thoughts. I don't support any political party. I literally don't know what to expect. Hopefully the cost of living go down. There you have it. Okay, so let's get into these videos.
Can someone tell me why LA is so fucking out of touch? My boyfriend and I are trying to move. Our cap is $5,000, which is basically a mortgage payment. I don't even know if I want to own a home. I would just like a little bit extra room. If we find something that we like, it's in a really shitty part of the neighborhood, or if we do find something that we're like, oh, okay, this is in our price range, which by the way, $5,000 is a lot of money to pay to rent something that you don't even own. And then we find something and then it doesn't have a yard for my dog, or it doesn't have a garage, and it's like, these are like, everybody should have a yard, everybody should have a garage. And you want me to pay $6,500 for something that doesn't have black mold in it? I mean, LA is just like, I don't even know how people live here. It's insane how expensive everything is.
Okay, so let me just say that I love California, I love LA, I love San Francisco. I haven't been to San Diego yet, so that's what I'm gonna go to next. But as much as I love LA, and I think the reason why I love California, even though it gets a bad rep for some people, I like it because I feel like there's something to do for everybody. And when I say that, like, there's like I feel like that's like one of the few cities in the world where anybody from any particular community or demographic or interest group or whatever can find their crew. Um, the weather's beautiful, perfect weather year round, beautiful landscapes, a lot to do, great culinary scene, lots of different cultures, big art scene, big rave scene. Um, it has everything. Big tech scene, has everything. But the one reason why I still have to choose Florida over Cali is because the cost of living. The cost of living is a big turnoff. So, like this lady just said, I can't imagine spending $5,000 every month for renting something that I don't own. And I get you have to do what you have to do, but I don't know. I just think that's a bit much.
So I just paid for this pizza. Look, check it out. Old, cold, $7. 7 freaking bucks. And then when I sign, you put in the credit card, it gives you the receipt. The cashier is looking because it says total and then it says tip. I signed it, dude. I ain't leaving no tip. Here's a tip. Don't charge $7 for a pizza and you might get a freaking tip. Look at this. Shout out. It's freaking crazy.
Millennials are realizing this. When you arrive at six figures, it's not what we thought of back in the 90s, early 2000s growing up. 100K was it. 100K meant something in our bones and our soul. I remember talking to the guidance counselor, talking to friends. We're gonna make six figures one day. We're gonna have it all. We're gonna do it. And then you arrive at six figures in 2023, and if you live in the city, you realize it is just enough to get by. And when you think about having kids, this is what me and my wife are thinking about. We're 35 and 36 years old. So if we want to have kids, we got to get after this pretty soon. But she has a great job. I have a great job. We both work 60 hours a week with our side hustles included. And I make six figures. But if my wife were to quit her job and we had a kid and stayed home, I wouldn't be able to afford the kid, our life, and the house. So we're having to make these decisions. But then we think, well, if my wife keeps working, takes a little time off, we'll plan for that. But then if we're going to have daycare, I'm seeing some of the daycare prices I would have never imagined, let alone thinking of the crib and the monitor and all this kind of stuff. But I think a lot of millennials are probably having the same conversation me and my wife are having, where it's kind of sad to have to decide if we're on a roll. We're doing great for our savings, investing, and career. We want to bring a kid along, but it's like, we're like, are we going to be able to do it all?
This is what $35 worth of groceries looks like in October 2024. Now, before you come at me in the comments, most of these items were on sale, and I do try to buy store brand as much as I possibly can. To start, we have 6 rolls of paper towels for $6, $9 for this little tin of onion powder. You can see the shrinkflation in there, not fully filled up. Obviously, I won't go through this all in 1 week, but I do use a lot of seasoning when I cook, and it's also frustrating because I'm pretty sure you can get onion powder at the dollar store, so it would have been cheaper there. I got 18 eggs for $6, a red bell pepper for 99 cents. Then I got 3 apples for a little over $3, 2 pounds of ground turkey for $7, and then I got 32 ounces of yogurt for $3. So all in all, this is what $35 of groceries looks like in 2024. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of this in 1 week, and it's not like I can't afford it. I'm definitely not starving to death. I just think it's a bad deal. The election is less than 2 weeks away at this point, so I want to know, what do you think about the cost of living in October 2024? I'd love to know what you think in that comment section below.
How are you motherfuckers not fucking pissed off at the cost of everything right now? Like, our car insurance went up by an extra $150 for literally no fucking reason. Just because everybody else's deductible, supposedly where we live, has gone up, so they tack on an extra $150 for ours. So our car insurance for 3 cars, full coverage, which we've never had an accident, nothing, was almost $400 when it used to be $250. So...
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did she just, maybe I misheard, $400 a month for 3 cars? That's not a bad deal, is it? I guess I mean if it used to be $250, then okay, I get that, but $450. How much is my car insurance? Yeah, $400 for 3 cars is not bad at all. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it sucks. I mean, I guess it went to 400 from 250, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Let her play again.
And then rent. Oh my fuck. I've been looking around to downsizing because I do not own this house. Okay? I do not own this house. It is a 3-bedroom house out in the middle of nowhere. I love it. I've lived here for years, but it's $2,500 a month. I'm having a 3rd child, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we want to pay this. There's no fucking way we could buy a house, and everybody knows that. So I've been looking at just downgrading, getting rid of a bunch of shit, just being like, you know what, I wouldn't mind paying less. And then in a couple years when the market gets better, just buy a house, right? Well, I was fucking wrong, because a house, literally with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, basically shitty as fuck, shitty part of town, $1,500 a month?
Okay, so, look, I'm not trying to sound like a big baller here. This lady, can I say this nice? She must live in a very undesirable location because $1,500 a month for renting a, did she say 2-bedroom house with 1 bathroom? That's not bad compared to a lot of people have to pay. Like for like a house, I mean, granted maybe a smaller house, but $1,500 a month for rent, I don't think that's that bad. Yeah, I just think about what people are spending in Florida. So, I don't know. That's not a bad deal. She must live like in Virginia or Tennessee, like West Virginia or Tennessee, or I don't know.
A month? Or basically the same amount of money that I'm already paying now for something with like less space, or it's in an apartment and you can't have no pets, you gotta have 600 credit score, last month's deposit, $400 administrative fee, non-refundable, and we're a family of 4, so we spend about a little over $1,000 a month on fucking food, and I don't buy bougie food. I make my meals. We don't go out to eat every maybe once in a while because I'm pregnant and I'm like, oh my god, I want that so bad, but it's been weeks since we've had fast food. Like, what the fuck? Something has gotta give. I know for a fact I'm not the only one, and this is fucking bullshit. Like, something needs to fucking change, dude. We can't keep living like this anymore. Fuck.
Right, it's time to face a little bit of reality, folks. If we look at the financial news.
So before this guy play, he gives a lot of really good, insightful outlooks on what to expect for 2025. A lot of people, and I was chosen because he looks like the KFC Colonel to me. But I think a lot of people, I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer or whatever, but a lot of people think that just because we're going to have a new presidency and that the president elect has, made so many promises and said so many things to get you guys' votes, that once he's in office, everything is just going to be great, But that's not necessarily going to be the case. I mean, hopefully the economy and the inflation and cost of living gets better for everybody, but I'm not too optimistic about that. I really am not. Yeah, so I'll let this guy can explain it a lot better than I can.
Right now, we can see what's going to happen financially over the next few months. Let's take a look. Let's read this headline together. U.S. bond yields surge as Trump win stokes inflation expectations. Why is this coming out? So this is mainstream, this is Bloomberg or something like that, mainstream financial news. This is financial people who are betting their own money, are demanding higher bond yields because there's going to be inflation. That's what happens. That's how we know the people who know what's going on know there's going to be inflation. But how can we also tell there's going to be inflation? Simple. Trump has promised inflation. He's going to do two things on day one, right? He's going to put in the tariffs and he's going to mass deportations. Well, if you put in tariffs are effectively a sales tax at the wholesale level. That's going to raise prices. That is 101% of economists agree tariffs raise prices. Just going to happen. Now, politically, you may say, well, yeah, that's going to also reshore manufacturing. It's going to create jobs. It's going to do this, going to do that. Okay, great. Those might be good things. But the cost is going to be higher prices. Mass deportations are also going to raise prices because where do a lot of those illegal, undocumented immigrants work? They work on farms. Right? They're not sitting there collecting government, I'm sure you've heard of that joke about Schrodinger's immigrant, right? Who's somehow stealing your job, but also collecting welfare and not working. These guys are working. They're not collecting government assistance. They can't. They don't have a social security number. They can't be on the government dole. They're working. Where are they working? A lot of it's in agriculture. So you get rid of them, the cost to harvest goes up. They have to either hire local people, or if they can't get them, they just harvest less. That's going to raise the price of food. This means anything that's made in China, refrigerators and dishwashers and all that kind of stuff, that price is going up. And all the stuff that goes in the refrigerator is going up because that comes from farms. So we're going to have inflation, and we know we're going to have inflation because the financial experts know we're going to have inflation. So we know it's going to happen. Why is this important? This is important because a lot of people have bought the political line of Trump's going to lower prices and make the economy better. Now, will the economy be better? That could be a political question. Maybe it will, maybe it will. Were the tax policy good? I don't know. I have an opinion, but that's not important here. What's important here is you need to understand prices are going up, interest rates are going up, the stock market's going to go up as well, as is Bitcoin. Why? Because Trump's buddies, the people he likes, this is not cronyism, it's the people in his universe. In other words, all the people he thinks are important because he doesn't understand what it's like to be a worker. This gets into why most politicians aren't corrupt. They're just ignorant, not in the racist ignorant way, just in the they don't know people kind of way. Everyone they know has a lot of money in the stock market, so they think the stock market is the economy, so if the stock market goes up, that's good. So when he says the economy is going to be better, he honestly thinks that's true, because the stock market's going to go up. But prices are going to go up, wages are not. This is going to drive up the stock market. So anyone knows...
Yeah, so you guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that the cost of living is going to be better in 2025? Are you guys optimistic about the future? Me personally, I'm pretty comfortable right now. I'm not in a bad position. Of course, I would like inflation to go down a little bit, but I have this mindset that regardless of what happens, that I'll be fine. And I think that's because I have enough confidence in myself that I'll be able to handle whatever comes my way. And I think it's no point of being negative. I think when you're negative or you're just getting worried and stuff, that it's so easy to get trapped in that whole line of thinking to where you're not able to think clearly or really plan effectively, or, and it can affect your decision making. So I think it's just beneficial to have a positive attitude and just strategize. Try saying that fast 3 times. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.